Welcome to our podcast where we talk about post market surveillance and simplify medical device regulations without getting lost in the fine print. I'm your host, Nikita Agarwal, and today we are diving deep into a topic that surprises not just newcomers but even seasoned medical device professionals. Let me ask you one thing. What if I told you that the moment you celebrate receiving a CE mark is actually the moment your biggest regulatory responsibility begins? Sounds surprising, right? Well, that's exactly what a CE marking feels like under UMDR. Many people think that once a medical device receives its CE mark, the hard work is over. But that's actually when one of the most important chapter begins. To help us unpack why, today we have Vanessa Nath, Regulatory Executive at Maven Profcon Services. Vanessa, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Nagita. It's a pleasure to join you today. And I'm literally looking forward to this conversation because post market surveillance is a topic which is crucially important. However, it is very much overlooked. And you're absolutely right. Many manufacturers they see CE marking as the finish line. After all, an ample amount of time and effort are being invested in the product development, performance testing, clinical evaluation, risk management, and then successfully completing the conformity assessment process. But in reality, CE marking isn't the end of the regulatory journey. It is actually the point where the journey enters its most dynamic phase. And that is where post market surveillance, or in short, PMS, takes over.
After years of product development, design verification, clinical evaluation, risk management, technical documentation, and surviving the notified body audit, you were telling us that the work is just getting started?
Exactly. Once a device is placed on the market and it is being used by healthcare professionals and patients in real world clinical settings, it is then when the manufacturers they began getting some valuable information which simply cannot be generated through any pre-market evaluation alone. Devices may be used in different kind of patient populations or by users of varying level of experiences or even in environments that are far more diverse than the actual testing conditions. In fact, let me share a case with you that happened with one of our clients. The client, they manufactured some sterile healthcare solutions that were routinely used in clinical treatments. Now, as these products, they were used directly on the patient, maintaining and ensuring their microbiological quality was very, very crucial. So what happened was that during the post-market monitoring, it was identified that some of the batches, they were contaminated with microorganisms. And following an investigation thereafter by the relevant regulatory authorities, a field safety notice, a field safety corrective action, advisory notice, and a product recall was initiated. And as a precautionary measure, all the potentially affected batches, they were recalled from the market so as to maintain the patient safety. Now, this is exactly what a post-market surveillance is designed to achieve. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that the product has met all its pre-market requirements and regulations and it was legally placed on the market. However, the contamination, it was identified through ongoing monitoring after commercialization. And because an effective EMS system was in place, the issue was identified, it was investigated, and all the appropriate corrective actions were taken promptly so as to minimize the potential risk on the patient.
That's interesting. So, PMS isn't just paperwork, it's more like a continuous process?
Yes. Here's a fun fact. Most of the safety improvements in modern medical devices, they weren't discovered before the launch. They were actually identified after thousands of real-world users began using these products. And that's why these real-world evidences are one of the most crucial sources of clinical information. Every complaint, every user information, and every trend is a learning opportunity.
Well, that case clearly demonstrates the importance of an effective post market surveillance system. So, once a potential risk or safety concern has been identified, what are the next steps for a manufacturer? How is that information used to continuously improve the device, or do these post market surveillance obligations continue for those devices that have been on the market for several years?
Well, the first step is to identify whether it is an isolated incident or it is a part of a broader threat. You know, A single complaint might not be able to indicate a significant issue. But if the same complaint starts repeating most of the time, then it automatically signals for a deeper investigation. Here, what happens is that the manufacturers then drive into the investigation and take appropriate actions. And depending on the findings, the risk management file, the clinical evaluation report, the IFU, they are being revised. Then the preventive and corrective actions are being implemented. And along with that, additional planned post-market clinical follow-up shall be done. And most importantly, the responsibility does not end after the CE marking or just because the device has been placed on the market for several years. No, that is not the case at all. Under the EU MDR, the manufacturers shall continue to collect and evaluate the real-world data throughout the device's life cycle. And if you see here clearly, that is the real essence of post-market surveillance. To collect real-world evidences so as to ensure the safety, performance, and the benefit-risk profile of the medical device.
That's really some insightful information. So when a situation like this arises, where do the regulatory consultancy like Maven Profcon services fit into the picture? And what role do you play in supporting the clients through these kinds of post-market activities?
That's a really good question, Gita, because this is where a consultancy can make a real difference. One of the biggest roles we play at Maven is to stand alongside our client throughout the entire post-market surveillance process. Many people think that regulatory support ends once the technical documentation has been prepared or the CE certificate has been issued. But no, that is not the case. In reality, our work still continues thereafter. At Maven, we have dedicated regulatory affairs and quality assurance team which work closely with our clients throughout the entire process. If there is a serious incident, say a critical one, we are right there with our client, helping them to navigate which is the relevant regulatory pathway for them. Does it trigger any kind of field safety notice, or does the situation demand any field safety corrective action? Or in worst case scenarios, are any product recall necessary or not? You can take the example of the sterile healthcare case that we just discussed earlier. Once it was identified that the batch were contaminated by the microorganisms, our team has closely worked with the manufacturer at every stage of the process. We supported the investigation, performed the root cause analysis, helped develop and implement the preventive and corrective actions, prepared all the necessary technical documentations, and assisted the manufacturers in communicating with all the relevant regulatory authorities and where applicable to the notified bodies as well. And no, our work did not end there. We continued working with our client until and unless all the actions were completed, it was documented, and the case was completely closed. That's the Maven's approach. Not just providing you with all the regulatory guidance, but actually partnering and collaborating with our clients throughout the entire process in order to ensure the patient safety, regulatory compliance, and timely resolution.
That's great to know how Maven helps its client navigate post-market surveillance effectively. Vanessa, thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights and for giving us a practical experience on how post-market surveillance works under EU MDR. Before we wrap up our today's session, what would be that one key takeaway that you would want our audience to leave with?
Well, thank you, Nikita. And if I would like to leave our listeners with one key takeaway, it will be CE marking is just the beginning. The real value of post-market surveillance, it lies in the continuous learning from the real-world evidences to ensure that the medical devices, they remain safe, effective, and compliant throughout their life cycle.
So that brings us to the end of today's episode. We hope that you found this discussion valuable and insightful. Stay tuned for more such expert conversations and valuable insights in the medical device regulations, compliance, and global market access. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Thank you so much for taking time to watch our podcast till the end.